What is up, everybody? Nick, what is today? What is today, Nick?
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
Oh
Happy
my God.
Wednesday, everybody. I didn't even know what day it was. I was like going to say what's up to everybody. Happy. And I totally didn't even realize what day it was anymore. I hope your guys' day is going a lot better than mine and Nick's. We don't even know what day it is anymore. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. My name is Tank. Like I said, I'm accompanied by my partner, Nick. Nick, say what's up, man.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Bunch of lost guys up in the space, guys. Where are we? What are we doing? Guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening in the cryptoverse. Obviously, what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem. We're going to be jumping on into the charts. We're going to be talking about a few protocols. Also, some interesting things that have been developing in our ecosystem that is the Cosmos ecosystem. So if you guys would, before we jump on into everything, and if you guys can appreciate that, help us out by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, especially if you're new here, guys. It's very beneficial for yourself, not just us, but for yourself to be a subscriber, because we do giveaways all the time. We try to give back to the community all the time, whether it be on our live streams or whether it be on our Twitter or in our Discord for that matter. But yeah, help us out, guys. Help us grow. We can only do that with your guys' support. We're a small channel. We're just trying to do our thing here. We would definitely appreciate that. So go ahead. I'll wait. Take a quick second. Hit that little like button. Go ahead. Touch it. Touch it. That thing down there. Go ahead. Touch that thing down there. And I'll touch that other little thing. Don't touch that one. Touch the other little thing. You guys know what I say. Do that on your own time. Touch the other little thing that says subscribe. Bada bing, bada boom. You should feel like a good person now. I know I feel good about it. You should feel good about it too. Nick, do you feel good about that?
Just feel good about it.
I feel super good about that, guys. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and jump on into everything right now, guys. We're looking at the Bitcoin chart. We're at $40,931. We've been going up and down between 39 and 41 for some time now. We're actually on the 1 hour chart. You know, right? I'm like on the 1 hour chart. What's going on? We're usually on the daily chart. We're on the 1 hour chart. Look at this recent past 2 hours. That's you debating us? You baiting us? What do y'all think? Y'all think this is bait? Huh? You think this is bait, Nick?
50-50. I mean, Luna bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin this morning, so.
Again?
Yes, sir.
Again, guys. Wow. Luna, dude. Luna. LFG and everybody over there in the Terra ecosystem. Terra don't care, guys. Just like I don't care right now. I don't care. I don't care what's happening. I ain't scared. Let's do this. But right now, guys, having some interesting previous candles. Take a look at those things, guys. Let me look at the what's the volume look like, by the way? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I'm kind of off today. I don't want to say it's because I'm like kind of taking it easy, but it's my anniversary with my wife. So it's been kind of like I've had a million other things that I've been prepping and taking care of. But I'm just kind of taking it easy today, guys. So no stress, right? No stress. Where's my volume? Where's my volume? Oh, look at that. Flat. Spike. Flat. Well, not flat, but spike. What's the rest of it look like? Interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like this again, though. It doesn't look the same. I don't know. I hate the 1 hour. The 1 hour, the low time frames, guys. I just avoid them. Even on the hourly. What does the 4 hour look like? What is this? Let's look at that, guys. What does the 4 hour look like? Not too bad, but not too strong either, guys. We have what? An hour and 40 minutes left on this candle. Kind of baity looking, guys. If we're taking a look on the 4 hour, ooh, guys, look at this flooring right now on the 4 hour. That's what I'm talking about right there, guys. Let me just make this clearer for you guys. Look at this right now on the 4 hour time frame. Of course, we're using Market Cipher. This is Market Cipher B on the lower time frames right here. Again, we're on the 4 hour time frame looking at Bitcoin's chart. Guys, what I'm always talking about, like a flooring position, is like these positions in between like in these peaks, right? Or these mountain ranges, like the basin of the pot, like that, or the bottom, of the valley down here. Look right here. Look at this. Look at that. Now, this, again, is on the 4 hour, which I admittedly don't stare too much at, be honest with you. I'm more of a daily or weekly kind of time frame kind of guy. I'm more of a long-term investor. When I make my moves, I make them count kind of thing. But like, even if you go back, take a look at this, guys. Right there. And look what we're doing right here. Look at the separation between a mountain range versus what we've had in the past. Look at that. Guys, on the 4-hour time frame, RSI is looking like they're trying to go back up here. Looks like we have a little bit of curvature here with this momentum wave. Obviously we're leading back up with these anchors here from the low on the 4-hour. We've got down to almost 90. Well, yeah, give or take almost 90 on the 4-hour time frame. Printed that double green dot. Just saying, I'm not saying front run anything, but I'm just saying that looks potentially hopeful. Let me go to the daily real quick, guys. We're getting there. Look, this is what I'm looking for right here. This, so these, I'm colorblind too, so forgive me, guys. I see them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm colorblind though. This lighter wave right here. Look how it's curving in. Wow, that's a janky little line that I just wrote there. So too much coffee, guys. Look how it's kind of leading in. Do you see that right there? How it's kind of cutting back into this darker wave or this darker anchor wave. That is a sign, kind of like how it gives us a sign up here, right? Where this lighter wave leads into the darker wave. That's usually a sign of reversal. Kind of doing that right here. A little bit too early though on the daily. A little bit too early on the daily, but you can see it better right here. How we're kind of like cutting in. We're cutting in right here. Maybe the bleed is almost done. Maybe the bleed is almost done though. A little bit too early though. A little bit too early, guys, right now. We do see some squeezing happening on the other momentum waves right here on the, on the yellow momentum wave right here. We do see some squeezing leading back up. We see things kind of squeezing together right here. So with the RSIs kind of looking like they're flattening, kind of rounding and flattening right here. A little bit too early though, guys. A little bit too early, but not looking all too bad, especially if you're being patient. Not too bad, guys. Let's take a look at Market Cipher A. Still doing our thing, guys. Still in the middle, like right mickety dab right in the middle of this wedge pattern, guys. We could come all the way down to it, which would be right around 36,000 to 38,000, still be absolutely fine. Literally, if you're just going by the wicks, and this is why I do this, I'm pretty loose with as a goose with my lines, because I think all wicks matter. People leverage trade, and those wicks are the things that kind of take people's money. It does it all the time. It's kind of the thing that matters the most. So if you're going by these wicks, though, obviously you can see even if we come down to here and bounce up, like what are we doing, guys? We're still climbing ever so slowly on the charts. It's a long game, guys. It's a slow game. You can't get caught up in the hourly, in the day-to-day movements, in the minute-by-minute movements, unless you're just an absolute rogue or a ninja that's jumping in and out of the shadows, doing your thing, and you know what you're doing. You do you if you're that, guys. I like strongly am an advocate for you guys. If that's your skill set and you're just like, hiya, hiya, and you're just karate chopping people's necks, taking people's names and hauling off money, keep doing it. If that's what you're good at and you're an apex predator at doing that, do that. But for me, I'm more of a long-term investor. I'm more of a patient person. I make stronger, bigger, heavier moves with my capital that is not leveraged, because that's how I do it. If I'm looking at it, guys, even going through these wicks, we could wick all the way down there and we're still just trending upwards, guys. So, it's not all doom and gloom. We're still just going sideways, like I've been saying, in our positioning market. It's not a crab market. It's not a bull market. It's not a bear market at all. This is a positioning phase in the Cosmos verse, especially for Bitcoin. And I think we're just kind of going through it, guys. We're just ranging. Obviously, the chart speaks for itself, though. You can see I actually do have full transparency. I do have many limit orders right now set on a couple of different exchanges for BTC. I know I'm a Cosmos bull, guys. I'm a super big cosmonaut. But like I say it all the time, guys, I'm very much well diversified in the space. I think if you're not, I say it all the time, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. Being diversified is a time-tested thing. It's a great practice to be practicing in your portfolio. If you have all your eggs in one basket, it doesn't matter if it's like a basket of ecosystem things, like you're still overexposing yourself when you don't need to. So I do have limit orders all the way down, guys. And I'm being very serious when I say this. Thousands of dollars on each one of these limit orders, $1,000 a piece, all the way down to $28,000 right now. right now. It could literally happen. That could seriously happen. As you can see, that goes all the way down to this box right there. That's about 28 or 29. Yeah, 29.2, give or take. But I literally have $1,000. Actually, I think it's $1,500 for the first 10%, and then thousands more dollars, like, because you guys know I DCA, and my DCA positions reinforce my initial positions, but I have thousands of dollars on each one of those positions on $1,000 all the way down, each one of them all the way down from where we are right now, because I want to be ready. And I absolutely don't think that it's going to go much further than down here. And if it does come down to there, my average buy-in for now would be here. I have a long-term staking bag, which I was fortunate enough to buy within the $10,000 and $12,000 range, which I'm never going to get rid of. It's off in different platforms doing different things for me, where I earn, interest on those Bitcoin holdings. And then I have a bunch of it that's in cold storage that I'm just never touching as well. But for the play, the active play, I right now have a bunch of limit orders all the way down to about $28,000, guys. So just fully being transparent with you guys. You guys don't have to copy that. I could miss it. I could not even get any of those. It doesn't matter. That's not the point of it, guys. The point of it is, if it does present itself, I want to be able to capitalize on that movement. I don't care if I get it or not. I just want to be ready. So it's there. Just fully being transparent with you guys. Nick, do you have any limit orders out right now?
Yeah, for Ethereum mostly. I have all my limit orders for Ethereum. Not really Bitcoin, I'm gonna be honest with you.
No. Everybody has their own thing, right? Like, I actually have some Ethereum limit orders as well. I just want to let everybody know that's me. I actually do accumulate Bitcoin on top of some of my other things. By the way, I didn't do this earlier. What's up? Good morning, Noah. Blue, what's up? Stone Cold, Matt, Danny, Ryu, you can, Leah. Let me see here. David, did I say David? What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? June, Pedro. I should say, I don't, am I saying that wrong? Is it Han or Pedro? Whatever. I'm going to call you Pedro, because that's what my small brain from America can understand. Let's see here. What did I shouldn't look. What did Noah say? Reclaim golden pocket looks cool. Yeah. I've been looking at a couple of charts as well, Noah. That's what I mean. Like earlier, we look good. We're all good, guys. We're all good. Be patient. Let's move on though. We're going to be talking about ETH. Again, look at this upwards trend line. Have not invalidated it yet. We haven't even cut down into the 50 SMA. Look how it wicked straight down to that 50 SMA right there, guys. That little red line. Look how those wicks went straight down there, touched it, and got treated as support, guys. So still doing A-okay. Slowly DCAing into some more ETH if it presents itself for me. I have ETH orders all the way down, like I said, to this. And these are more filler, what I say, fly fishing orders. They're not anything crazy in this regards for Ethereum. Full transparency. I think each one of my limit orders, which I have about 7 or 8 of them on different platforms, are ranging all the way down to where we are right now, in like, I think increments of like $500, and each one of those orders has about $500 to $600 worth. The lower ones obviously have more, because I that's how I DCA. I reinforce my positions with more positions, but they're going all the way down here, and that's just my feeler orders. Now, if it does get down to this level, which is the 200 SMA break strategy, it's about 48.88%. Excuse me. Let me throw this Apple Watch that way, because it's annoying me how much it goes off. Guys, do you guys have Apple Watches? I just want to throw that stupid thing. Shut up. But if it does come down here, this is where I'm going to get real serious with my DCA strategy, like my real serious bags, the bags that I want to hold on to for the long term. If it comes down to there, guys, I'm going to be deploying my real capital into Ethereum. Again, guys, I told you guys time and time again, I DCA in 4s. Every one of my positions reinforces my initial positions going down. But I've talked about that many, many times. I don't even know if I actually said that about Bitcoin, though. On Bitcoin, let me go ahead and just really quickly show you guys. If we get that really, really big bleed, because Nick and I were talking about this, and we'll talk about it in the later part of the video. The possibilities are there, guys. Like, we could go into hyperinflation with what's happening in, China, the conflict, what's happening with the feds. I think the market has priced in a bunch of this stuff, but like, I could see a lot of things. Like, people are even talking about like possibly going back into like I don't want to say a lockdown, but like going back into like the crud, right? Like, people are still saying that. So it's a thing. even though I don't know if I agree with it, it's a thing. But if we do have that happen, we could see a real quick right back down there and then, recover. Again, that's 36.45 on the 200 SMA break strategy, which would bring us down to $30,000. So again, all the way down to 28 is what I'm DCAing. We talked about ETH. We're going to be talking about Luna real quick. If you guys want me to stop or talk about anything else, like just let Nick know. He'll stop me in my tracks. But right now, guys, Luna down to 86.18. I think Luna at its lowest got down to, it was like 80 bucks. Yeah, 80 bucks. I did buy me some just recently, and I bought some again at 80 bucks on Osmosis. It is what it is, guys. Every $5 to $10 I'm DCAing all the way down to, obviously where I showed you guys before. Literally, this could happen. I don't think it's going to actually happen, but we could see it go all the way down 59.77%. That's on the 50 SMA average break because, we don't have much for a 200. On the 200, it's very obvious. The 46.46 average breakdown. We only have one move down below the 200 SMA so far. So if this gets broken, if this 200 SMA, the yellow line, doesn't hold up as support, if we even come down to there, we can expect a move down to about 46.46% on previous price action. We only have one, so that may not even repeat itself. But since we have some price action movement under the 50 SMA, I did that measurement, and you can see, we don't have very much strong movements that happen for very long. We have two of them to go by, 76.09, 43.45. That gives us an average of 59.77, basically 60%. That could move us all the way down to here below the 50 SMA if it doesn't hold up as support. Again, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but I am ready for it. I have my feeler buys for my playing DCA, and then I have my serious DCA bags that I will DCA right around here for the long term. Like my strong accumulation for my long-term holding bags is right around here. It's not right on this line. It starts a little bit before it, but then again, and then it goes below it quite well, just to be sure. As you can see, I still even have an alert right here on my chart for the 200 SMA, which is right around $64, $65. Realistically, guys, we could even come down to there. If it does, that's where I'm going to start. That's actually where the finish of my playing buys happen, and I get really serious. But yeah, that's what I got right now for Luna. Still have on this long-term trend line. I do think there's a really strong possibility that we just kind of do this, and be on our way. Maybe come back up here, maybe not so quickly or whatnot. And maybe I will eventually have to move that trend line when it doesn't do it. But we've seen it pop back up like it did right here. We've seen it pop right here. We've seen it pop right here. If the momentum is our friend until it's not, if the trend is our friend until it's not, I'm going to keep it there until it's not. So we realistically could just whomp and come right back up to that trend line and be well above 120, maybe even $130, retesting that trend line to the upside. But yeah. Admittingly though, I might have to actually move this, which would be really sad because it's been such a nice trend line to follow so far. But yeah, that's what I got for Luna. Any questions at all? Any questions, Nick? You're damn right, DGen, abusing these alts. Guys, I've been ready. By the way, if we lose Nick, he did tell me earlier that he does have strong storms coming through his area, much like we had some yesterday. So, yeah, we might lose Nick. I might. He's still here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just So Chad said something, and he says, have an ETA on how long Coinbase/Pro fix their atom withdrawal problem. I'm stuck in not being able to capital off to the DEX, maybe buy Crow and go that route.
Look at this, Chad. Look at this. We were going to talk about you. All good things, though. All good things. We actually had you ready. We'll talk about that just here in a second after we cover Atom. We're going to move on into Atom right now, though. Let me get this out of the way. Excuse me. Whenever I drink, guys, I love these mugs, by the way. Hold on. I love these mugs. But these mugs that have like this and I have such a long hunker, right? Like whenever I drink, there's some condensation on here. It gets me every single time. I'll drink and I'll be like, oh, it's so great. And then it'll touch my nose and then I have this, I have to wipe my nose it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, I don't know why I want to tell you guys that, but I felt like I need to tell you guys that. I can do what I want to do. It's my anniversary today. I can do what I want. We're going to talk about Atom though real quickly, guys. trading for 24.66. Not doing all too bad, guys. Look at how we're wicking back. This is on the daily again. Look at this big. Oh, let me see here. Look at this big. Look at this big, guys. Check this out right here. Look at this strong wick right here about 2 days ago. And then we had, decent price action down. Not such a strong wick right here. But look at how these wicks are leading back up. Not getting too bullish, though. Not getting too bullish. I ultimately think that we're going to do something like this. Kind of like, a leg-looking pattern on the candles. But all in all, though, if we zoom back out, you can see on the averages, guys, like I've been sharing with you guys, we could come down to this trend line, which is about $20 to $21, give or take. That is the average move below the 200 SMA, which is right around 34.14. Total average move down once the 200 SMA is broken. Again, that's yellow line right there. That is the 200 SMA. That is on previous price action in the past, giving us that average. Again, that's math, guys. That's just math. Again, not telling you guys where a bottoming is going to be exactly, just giving you guys an average to where if you guys are like me and want to be patient and start DCAing in these zones because, math, that is where you should possibly be looking at as far as Atom goes. Not saying you're going to get it. We could do something like this here and just kind of look at the things right here and just pull away. We could absolutely, we don't even have to come down here to the trend line or to the average line here. We could be right where we are and just be like, nope, and just pull away from it and never even touch it. We've been in this kind of like immediate wedge pattern right here for some time after rallying back here in June of last year. June last year. We pretty much came into this bigger wedge pattern, which, again, guys, if you guys don't know, this is an ascending wedge pattern. There's many different ways like you could, it just depends on how you do TA. But ultimately, guys, the way you enter into a pattern is usually doesn't mean it's going to, is usually though the way that you exit the pattern. So we came into it to the upside. We should hopefully leave it to the upside. Could be wrong. Seriously, not saying that is an absolute factual thing that's going to happen. And if we're being super, super bulls, which I think, honestly, this is kind of unrealistic because, the whole market's different now, but we can measure it from the opening here. And that is the measured move down that we could have. And that is the measured move up that we can have, guys. Look, it's insane, right? It is insane. It's kind of hard to fathom that we would go all the way down to $5 and like 50 cents. And it's kind of hard to imagine like that we're just going to break up to $150-ish or $144 to the upside. I mean, again, I'm just throwing it out there, but it could happen. We do have interchange security. We have shared security now, shared security coming. We have a bunch of things happening, which could really, really send it flying no matter what's happening, and if we do have hyperinflation, like we were talking about earlier with Bitcoin, I mean, what happens with the money printer? And it just keeps going, right? The perfect storm could be happening all over again. So not too hopium. I don't want to put it out there to you guys. I could be absolutely wrong. Matter of fact, let me double check real quick. Actually, you guys know these patterns. I look at them way too much, guys. With a ascending wedge pattern, is that more bullish or bearish? It's more bullish, right? Gosh, I look at them so much. I'm getting my everything crossed right now. No, rising wedge patterns are bearish. Yeah, okay. They're actually bearish, right? So it could be 1, 2, 3. Well, no, because we're looking for 5 touches. But I actually think I'm correcting myself right now. I think rising wedge patterns like this on the daily time frames are more bearish. So yeah, heads up, guys. I think they're more bearish. So because you come down here, you enter. Yeah, that's more bearish. It's more bearish. Yep, I'm calling it. I'm standing on it. It's more bearish. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Ultimately, guys, I still think we're doing absolutely fine. If I go in, let me show you guys real quick. I just realized I didn't say this earlier. Total average move down is about $20 or $21. That is 34.14. The 50 SMA is telling us it's spread about 1750 though. So we could wick through that and kind of just ping pong here before seeing some kind of flooring position. That is on averages. Again, guys, that's just not me just telling you like crazy levels out of nowhere. That's what's happened in the past. That's the average move down below the 50 SMA before it reverses. 30.5% for the 50 SMA and then 34.14% for the 200 SMA on average. But yeah. Let me see here. I'm glad I checked that. I get so, admittingly. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, thank you. No, I think it does. It depends on a bunch of things. Let me actually show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys the background. I do this all the time because like it's so easy to cross my wires that I like to just have it stamped up there and have a cheat sheet. But check this out. Look, you guys see that, right? You guys can't see it really. This is the rising wedge pattern, right? We came into it, bump, 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 and it actually breaks down. But this is saying that it's by the way you can. So the first touch, right? But if you look at the atom chart, technically, like that's how you, boom, that's the 1, 2, I don't know. There's too many things. There's too many things to say, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to happen that way. It's just kind of just like, you know, I'm gonna say a rule of thumb, but you know, statistically kind of what happens more likely than not. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna move on. We're walking. Let's talk about what we were just talking about with Chad. There are a lot of people right now. This is not uncommon, guys. There's a lot of people that cannot move Atom off Coinbase. So shout outs to Chad here. He's in our chat. We saw this and we're going to bring it up, not just because you said it. We had it already planned. I'm telling you, it was there. We love you guys to death. We try to highlight you guys as much as we can. But if you guys use Coinbase, you guys use Coinbase Pro, or any of these centralized exchanges, especially when it comes to Atom, you got to know that they are notorious for not updating the patches very quickly. Like this happened last time. How long did it take last time, guys? Do you guys remember the last big patch we had? It took them like more than a week. Yeah, it was longer than a week.
It was like 2 weeks. Like I think
was it?
2 weeks? It was with Binance too.
Yeah, Binance. I don't think I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, because I have like multiple ones, right? Like I don't think KuCoin had a problem. I don't think Kraken had a problem. Did Kraken have a problem? Broke the screen. Done. Yeah, it's fine, right? You guys can still see. Whatever. I think you guys can still see. But yeah, you guys let us know in chat if do you guys remember going through that? Like we couldn't get it off. It's going to happen, chat. Like I don't know how you guys went about doing that. It's, you know, how you guys navigate those waters. I can't give you guys financial advice or tell you guys what to do, because when you're swapping in and out of other things, there's things that you have to take in account. Like, you know, something like with I can say with Coinbase, they're very, very ETH driven. Like a lot of they have Luna over there, Wrap Luna and all this stuff, because it's like their ETH derivative or their ETH representation of the Luna coin. And like, so if you go into some of these other things, like you might have to use a bridge and go to several other routes just to get back to, you know, the Cosmos ecosystem in its entirety. And then, you know, would it have been better to just wait? I don't know. Like, so I can't tell you guys that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not the first time, unfortunately, Chad, that they do that. Don't worry. I mean, I can't tell you not to worry, but you know, yeah, it's not the first time. It's something that I have Atom that I've been accumulating. I told you guys before, multiple different wallets with multiple different amounts on multiple different exchanges. And I use them at times to just something like, you know, if I see a certain thing, I'm like, oh, I bought some on Coinbase Pro as well with some of the funds that I have over there. And unfortunately it's just sitting there. I can't transfer it either. So I'm in there with you, man. Like legitimately, I'm in there with you. What's up, Cryptomoto? Always depends on how the price comes in. Yeah. Speaking of, I do want to, as this develops, kind of destroyed. We'll talk about that, Washington. BlackRock. Let's take a look at what they're talking about here. BlackRock profit increase. BlackRock studying digital assets. This is an hour ago from Bitcoin Archive. Guys, you guys got it. This is what we were talking about yesterday. BlackRock. What's the other one? Nick? Grayscale. I always think of like Keyman, Grayscale. Guys, they are making moves. And they just recently put Atom into their altcoin. What is it called? Like their index fund or asset allocation fund, whatever it is, small caps or however they determine it. It's not really a small. I guess it's a small cap, whatever. But they're making moves, guys, and you guys got to watch what these guys are doing, because literally these are the guys that dictate the entire world. They own everything. If they want a spot Bitcoin, they going to get a spot Bitcoin, period. They're just going to work out the ins and outs and the small details with the governments, you know, that where they want to list it and the markets they want to list it on, but they're going to get it. I promise you, they're going to get it. Anyway, I just kind of want to take a peek at this and see when it's trending, like why. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Inflation, thank you for guys. Take a look. Honestly, if you guys want to later on, and you guys have some time, you're doing chores and stuff like that, and you guys are really interested in what's happening, take a look at like just YouTube later, BlackRock, and see like what I'm talking about. Like everything you have, your 401k, your investments, your bank that you use, somehow, some way makes BlackRock money. It's scary. It's scary to the level of like people talk about conspiracy and like stuff like you can literally go back and trace all of it. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. So anyway, do that on your don't go anywhere right now. Don't you leave me. Don't you leave me. I need you, boo-boo. Don't you go nowhere. Anyway, we're going to be talking about our 10K portfolio. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Gotta take a big.
He's crying inside.
Gotta take a breather, guys. Hey, we're back up into 8 though. We're back up into 8, guys. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your eyes, and wiggle your nose. Hopefully, we can get this back up in, what was it, 2.5 months now to $10,000. Because if we do, I'm giving away to 10 people some free money. Absolutely free money. I'm giving away $1,000 divided up by 10 people, so $100 a piece. If we can just stay above or at $10,000, guys. But right now, our 10K study took a hit. Hey, I told you guys, we're in the trenches with you guys. This channel is in the mud with you guys. We're in the foxholes. We're battling it out with everybody as well. You know, it hurts. Oh, it hurts right there. You can see the total profit loss since making this portfolio, and we haven't done anything. I could have probably protected myself by being in and out, you know, and making moves, being a degen on the platforms and stuff like that. But I told you guys we were going to keep it simple. We're going to do this for the everyday man or woman that's just wanting to invest in some of these protocols, but doesn't know, you know. Because we get that question all the time. If I have $1,000, what would you go ape into? Like, what would be the best? So I was like, look, let's build on it. Let's actually build on Cryptocito's original post of 10K. I got to give him credit, right? And I was like, let's make it more interesting. Let's use $1,000 for 10 different Cosmos ecosystem projects. And let's just see how they fare over the next 3 months. So that's what this is. We've staked them if it could get staked. And yes, it is compounding. So we'll see how that is. But we're also going to see how they do versus each other. Like it's, you know, it's no comparison. It's not, you know, we're not competing against each other, but we all love each other in the Cosmos ecosystem, but we're going to see how they all fare. And then, you know, it's kind of just fun for everybody to watch. Like how would have $1,000 been against Sift chain versus Secret, or Terra versus Sift chain, or, you know, Osmosis versus Terra, or whatever it is. So that's what we're doing right here, guys. As you can see right now, all of it down over the past 7 days. We have Secret, Sift chain, Terra, Crow, Cosmos. Obviously, we have to have Atom, Persistence or XPRT, Osmosis, Juno, Neta took a big old hit, and Stargaze as well. Stargaze taking a massive hit as well, guys. But yeah, you know, some speculative stuff. It's just for fun. It's just for some. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your eyes, wiggle your nose. Hopefully, we're back up in profits. You know, 2.5 months is a long time in crypto. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Speaking about stuff happening, I do want to go into some of the hot topics on crypto Twitter. Guys, check it out. Check it out. Big, you know, hey, all the drama for your mama about Juno might be almost over with, guys. Not totally over with. Just letting you know, there's always some baggage, right? We're carrying baggage up in here. Baggage. But we are looking a little bit better, guys. BitTrue, which honestly, we're going to do, I think Nick and I were talking about this. Are you on board about this, Nick? Are you on board about trying this study?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, dude? Let's do it. Okay, so we're just talking about this morning. Breaking news, right? Breaking news. We're going to do another one for you guys. I've been really interested in seeing what BitTrue is all about. It's another exchange. Obviously, you can just go here and click it and stuff like that. You can check them out. They have futures. They have a lot of, like, the reason why I want to take a look at them is they have a lot of coins or a lot of protocols or tokens that a lot of these other more centralized issues. I mean, you can go to KuCoin and stuff like that, but like some of these other exchanges don't have, obviously, like they have Juno, right? But you can go there and you can trade straight spot, or you can get into their piggy, power piggy, or, you know, their futures and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking we're going to do, guys, is we're going to test this out We're gonna test this out for science, for the community, and I think we're gonna let Nick be in charge of $1,000 from the IBC piggy bank, and then we're gonna see like we're gonna see how good this one is, because we talked about it a few times. They're listing some things that are in the Cosmos ecosystem or even our neighboring ecosystems as well. And I think it's people are looking for places like that to get on to maybe increase their bag. So we're gonna do that, guys. We're gonna give Nick $1,000, and we're gonna. I suck at. I'm horrible at futures trading. I'm horrible at I don't like leverage trading. I just don't feel good. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to touch that cootie box. There's a lot of cooties that are really good there. Nick is way better than I am with that cootie box. But you go touch that cootie box. You go do it. I don't want to do it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, definitely definitely join our Discord. I was trying to say definitely and Discord at the same time, and it came out doink. Join our Discord, guys, so you guys can keep track of that. We're also, I think what we're going to do, a little bit too much, we're rambling a little bit, but I think we're going to find a way to also kind of maybe stream that on a different, separate connected channel. I don't know, maybe something. But we just thought about it this morning, so we'll talk about it more. If you guys are interested, though, let us know. Going in, we already talked about BlackRock, or we were actually talking about Chad's Atom and Crypto.com drama. Mine as well, brother. I feel you. Going into talking about Juno once more. Excuse me. I do want to just kind of point out to you guys, there was talk, if you guys didn't actually watch, and I'm sure you guys do, Cryptocito talked to the co-founder of the Cosmos Hub, Jay Kwan, and I don't know if you guys watched this entirely through. There was a moment in this interview that he had with him that I don't think a lot of people really heard when it came to Juno. But he specifically with Go, what GNO is his new project, which is basically like a fork of the Cosmos chain. He specifically named that he reached out to the Juno network and the Juno team about possibly, I want to say partnering up, but possibly integrating or using or getting in on that protocol for GNO or Go, however you want to say it. That is massive. That is that could potentially be a game changer. Obviously not for, obviously what we just went through with Juno, and the security issues and stuff like that. That could, if they decide to partner up with him, not only launch Juno into more of a secure position, because they would be barring security, much like a shared security for Cosmos now, which obviously they could just opt out not to and just use the shared security feature as well. But I don't think a lot of people fully understood the potential there, for both too, for GNO and for his project and for the Juno network. So on your own time, don't do it now. I'm going to throw my thing at you guys. You guys go and watch that video now. You guys are watching this right here. You guys do it on your own time. I highly suggest maybe, I'm sorry, I don't have a time stamp for that specific moment, but I was listening to it this morning, catching up on things, and I was like, ooh, what did he just say? Also, I do want to let you go, as we're talking about GNO or Go and Jay Kwan, if you guys don't know, it's being dropped to Atom stakers. So if you guys are holding Atom, you guys should be staking it off non-centralized exchanges and doing your part, guys, because, again, I don't want to spend too much time. Kwan is like one of those, he highly believes in the essence of what the Cosmos was. And he does see the benefit of what it's becoming and stuff like that and all that stuff, but he has also concerns as well. But anyway, go and listen to it. He's warning people, obviously, that have been staking and, believe in the long-term future and mechanisms and functionality of what the Atom does in the Cosmos Hub and for the Cosmos. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, guys. And also he was saying that it's not going to be too much longer. I know a lot of people have been really, really patient with GNO or Go. I want to say Go all the time, but it's GNO. So from what I understand, he didn't put a date out there, but could happen very, very quickly. So be on the lookout for that, guys. When that comes out, just pointing you guys in the right direction, not giving you guys financial advice. I will be buying a buttload of it immediately. I don't even care. Like usually how I tell you guys on some of these charts, right? Like usually we see things get listed and then the early angel investors or allocators that got, some before everybody else will sell into the retail. I will buy right at launch immediately as fast as I can, as much go as I possibly can. Period. Not telling you guys to do the same thing as me, but wink, wink, wink. I'm not winking because sometimes I blink, but wink, wink. You do you, boo. That's what I'm doing. Going on in, and we're walking. Okay. I know you guys all want to talk about Fortis, so let's go ahead and jump on into it, guys. I know a lot of you guys are feeling the pain. We're there. Hey, you guys know we've been covering it from the get. Just like I've been telling you guys, though, I'm not stressing, guys. We were just talking about it yesterday. Absolutely not stressing. I get there was a lot of problems in the dungeon. We've said a million times, like, to be patient when new things or new features or new mechanisms get launched. Let the bugs get worked out. It's like going out and buying an Apple phone or new, PlayStation right when it launches. Usually there's bugs. Usually there's things that, like, especially in crypto, usually there's things that just don't work very well. So you don't want to be those test subjects. You don't want to be the people being, operated on, because this is an experiment. It's flat out on everything for Fortis economia. This whole economy experiment is just that. It's an experiment. It's a test run. You guys are the guinea pigs. I'm a guinea pig. I'm in it. But it is what it is. I know a lot of you guys got in. You guys try to skip above some of these other pools. Actually, let me bring it up real quickly, guys. Fortis economy. You can see the first thing that pops up on my F is Fortis economy. But I know a lot of you guys went straight to the dungeon. You guys went straight into like level 3 and level 8 and or LP7 what was it? Yeah, level 3, which is LP. Which one is it? So yeah, LP2, excuse me. Level 3 is LP2. Just so you guys can stake it. But you guys got exposed to so much impermanent loss and so much fluctuation because, the coding or like the decimals, for what I read, there was so much stuff to sift through. It's unfortunate, guys, but like, that's why you don't just skip these levels, guys. You guys got to think this is a game. Like I've been saying, right? Like if it's a game, what happens when you play like an MMO or something like that, and you just try to jump into the hardest level? You get swapped, dead, done. You're not going very far. You're not even beating the first boss. You're not even getting past the first couple mobs. Like you need to have equipped yourself correctly, which means like allocating into level 1, playing there first, building it to level 2, getting this LP1, having enough of it so you can get exposure, and having enough of it to actually mitigate against all the mobs and the oncoming entourage of impermanent loss that you're going to get into these higher pools. You need to take it slow, guys. You need to take it slow, especially if you guys aren't familiar with LP farming, guys. I know a lot of you guys got really spoiled with osmosis and all this other, AMMs and stuff like that. But like, if you guys don't really know what, or have never really dealt with impermanent loss, it's a real freaking thing that sucks. It sucks. It's all about positioning, which I always talk about to you guys here. It's all about getting yourself into a position to benefit maximally. Like, it's when you're in pools like this, like I've never, Raj was saying this yesterday, I've never, and I don't think there's ever been anything where you use LP tokens from other pools to progress further in other pools. Like, it's mind blowing. But when you get into something like this, you better have your sword, your shield, your water, your torch, your friend's money, and not your own. Like, you should be like taking it really, really slowly and cautiously in these pools. It is like, I don't want to preach to you guys, because I know you guys are like, shut up, Tank. We already got hit hard. Sucks. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're just lecturing us. But I didn't get into it. Nick, did you touch this?
Nope.
Oh.
With a 10-foot pole.
Me scared.
Hey, wait.
Me scared, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared to death when I first saw this. I was like, ooh. But then again, like, full transparency, right? Like, I got into some of these other modules, the stable modules here earlier on, thinking this SFOT, BFOT was like level 1 and me being able to get into it. Guys, that wasn't the case. If you want to get into dungeon, you need to do it all over in this pool. It was a separate freaking pool. It was a dungeon pool, not even in the stable pool. So I was like, damn it. Well, hell, let me see how this plays out first before I put anything extra into it, right? Like I was just using rewards and stuff like that. But that's where I was coming from with all of this. I'm not saying don't do it. I definitely think once people realize the treasures and the rewards that are, the rewards that are there to be had, and when they actually fix the mechanisms that make this whole, ever going wheel function the way it does. It's a perpetual motion wheel. Like, and that again goes into like, I don't know why people thought you could just skip on into here. You ever seen a hamster, or like you ever see those videos where the treadmill's going quickly already? Like it's on level 8 and like that dumb person, not saying you guys are dumb, but that one person is like, what? And it's like, they try to like jump onto it and try to run as fast as you can and just bam, 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 and they just get slammed into the wall. It's the same thing. It's the same. I have no idea why people thought that they could just skip on in to like, the staking pools or pool LP level 3 or LP2 or LP8 and thinking that you're just going to land there and stick it or even keep up with that flow. Like there's no freaking way. This is a perpetual motion machine. 100%. This was like it's like that outside of the dungeon. The dungeon was just like hyper wheel, hamster wheel. And y'all just jumped right up in it. I felt so bad. I'm not lecturing y'all, but I felt so bad. I was watching the Discord and I was like, oh, people are getting wrecked. But anyway, guys, it's not all doom and gloom. Nick, I said Nate, I don't know why. Nick, do you think this is all doom and gloom? Excuse me, I'm gonna go pinch myself now. Do you think that the FOT and the Fortis economy ecosystem is all doom and gloom, Nick?
Yes and no, right? When you really think about it, I mean, said don't do it.
Well, wait, maybe I should rephrase this. Do you think, because now there's different parts of Fortis economia. Do you think the GFOT module and the stable module is broken? Do you think that this is not worth getting into anymore?
So I think the GFOT staking might be the only thing worth it that's left. It's a really hard question because I don't think it's a dead project long term. It might be.
Do you think it's rug?
No,
Okay.
No way.
Okay, so we're in the same. It's not rug. The benefits though from just talking about, let's take this one step at a time, right? Because a lot of people, like we see here watching is like, yes. Do you think the benefits for people right now, just considering like they've seen all this happening, maybe they got their, a little bit wrecked in the dungeon, whatever, with the GFOT staking module, the grand module in itself, do you think that is still worth being interested in?
I think so.
Do you think there's still money to be made there?
That, yeah, 100%. I mean, even long term, honestly, it's the long term play, right? Like GFOT is like, when you really think about it, the actual long term play. It's just, I don't know how many people have realized it.
Yeah, so I will say that I agree. I think for the grand module, the staking module, I don't know why I took off my glasses. Like now I feel like I'm going blind. For the grand module, this section right here, guys, I think that there's still a play to be had. I still think there's much money to be made here. I think there's a lot of benefit in this section of Fortis economia, which again, be very specific. It is the grand module, the GFOT staking module, where you take your FOT, burn it to BFOT, take your BFOT, go to GFOT, right? And get rewards that way. Yes, I see your guys' concerns in the chat. You guys are saying the DPR still is lowering. You guys are saying the APRs are lowering, but let's be real about this. You guys are coming from a position of being spoiled. This is out of the order, like it's exceptionally not normal to see 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 APR. DPRs as high as 4.74 DPR right now is still super. Let's not kid ourselves, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. That is still super attractive. Tell me any other place right now where you're going to find that. I'll wait. Tell me any other place where you're going to find that. You guys are just thinking of and the thing that you can't, I want to really stress this right now. Again, I am kind of lecturing here. You cannot keep thinking of yesterday when you're playing in this castle. Stop it. Just don't do it anymore. You guys need to change your mindset. I'm telling you guys, it's all about perspective. When you're an investor, you have to be fluid. You have to have a good understanding of what you're doing and not be so emotional. Stop thinking about past DPRs, past APRs in your position. We all knew, right? And don't kid ourselves. We all knew that the APR and DPR was going to drop over time. It always happens. It happens, but that also fluctuates the more people leave. The more people leave, just like osmosis and the osmosis pools, the higher the APR goes back up, right? That's just basic. That's real basic stuff. The less people taking, the more rewards you have to take for yourself, so on and so forth. Just depending on your position too and all this other stuff. And this is a perpetual motion machine. This whole thing feeds off the actions of the last person benefiting the next person in line. Just like, again, going and taking into account, guys, we just had, a reward rate of one FOT giving you 10 BFOT. Now it's one FOT gives you 11. And every single time that burn actually happens, the next person in front of you, or after you, I should say, gets the benefit. Not you, it's the next person after, and so on and so forth. So it incentivizes you to keep stepping. It keeps making you or rewarding you to keep hot stepping, because the longer you do it, the more you get, right? You have to be smart about it though. Like I've said many times in Twitter and on my channel, and make sure that you're taking profits slowly or fast. It doesn't matter, just up to you, but ensuring profits when profits are there to be realized. If you are just compounding and not realizing profits, you're doing it wrong. You're absolutely doing it wrong, because then you're exposing yourself to a lot of other risks that are out there, and you're absolutely doing it wrong. Why are we in this game? We're in this game to take profits, to abuse these assets, to abuse these protocols. These systems are here for us to smack around. Don't get caught up in the horse race, in the blinders of going, oh my gosh, if I just compound, because you're not fluid. You don't have any kind of profit taking to protect yourself with, like, at all. You've been doing it wrong. So as I'm telling you guys, I still think, again, I don't mean to be lecturing, but I just want to refocus some of you guys. If you guys are in the GFOT staking grand module, ensure profits. Maybe not all of it. Like I've told you, I secure profits, take some of it, reallocate back into my GFOT, be on my way, make sure that I secure my initial investment. And then it's all fun and games. I'm not emotionally tied to it. I don't have these quick snapshot, knee-jerking reactions or comments on social media or whatever it is, just because I see things not going my way. I'm abusing the heck out of this system right now. I love it. Yesterday at its worst. Today, probably we'll see if it doesn't get back up. I think it was like at 70 or whatever it was. I made, what was it? Like a couple hundred bucks. I was making that in osmosis before, when everybody was euphoric over there, risking like $50,000 staked up. I'm not even close to that, but I made $500 yesterday, $500 yesterday. This is way beneficial, super. And this is me taking profits, super beneficial. Don't get ahead of yourself though. Like, really do not get ahead of yourself. And also I want to really snap this down. I get it. Different strokes, different folks. You guys do you, but you guys are doing it wrong. If you guys really want to be the abusers in this relationship between your capital and what you invest in, your assets and your capital is not a harmonic, great, lovey-dovey relationship. You should be abusing them for what they are. You need to change your mindset and be the bad guy. Why are you buying these things? For your benefit, right? What do abusers get into relationships for? For their benefit, right? It's not to sacrifice and give back. We're not trying to sacrifice and give back to this protocol. Believe what you want to believe, but that's not the name of the game. The name of the game here is to abuse the hell out of these things and benefit 100% at all times from this relationship of your assets and your capital, period. Be the abuser, be the bad guy, switch your mind and think about it like a psychopath. You need to be really changing your mindset about this, guys. No more of this, I got wrecked kind of, short-term mindset. We're here for blood. We're here to pillage, to take. Yes, you can give back in certain ways and stuff like that. But when it comes to you and your profits and your well-being and your family's well-being, I want what's best for you guys. And that means making you guys animals inside your brain. Animals, animal. You guys got to think of, mama, just eat everything. Everything, all profits, mine, at all times. And the way that you're going to do that, to get to my point, in this ecosystem, is not by running off really quickly and going to Juno swap and swapping your BFOT. You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. Long-term game, right? What's the most beneficial thing for this whole ecosystem? It's for you to participate in the ecosystem. I've told you this is a perpetual motion machine. The next person in line is the beneficiary to your action. They're the ones benefiting from your action. You want to be, at some point again, that next person in line benefiting from the next person's action, the abuser, right? The way that you actually make the best of BFOT is by going through the motions here. Take your FOT, swap for BFOT, take your BFOT, swap for GFOT, go to the staking mod, the stable staking module here, go to spot SUST, or I'm sorry, you have to go and take your GFOT and buy SFOT with it. Yes, I know there's a little bit, but time it, right? When the peg is the most beneficial to you, you got to be a psychopath to be sitting in the corner waiting for the time to strike. Go ahead and swap, and then take your SFOT and swap here to UST. It protects the price of BFOT. I've showed it to you guys. Me and Nick, I don't know if it was just me and Nick, but yesterday it was at 110 and then it rose up to 113 just from us doing it at that time. Could have been a coincidence, but that was us taking it and swapping straight through. You protect the ecosystem because what we want to do is burn these FOTs. We want SFOT, BFOT, GFOT, all that stuff. We don't want to swap it. Because if we swap it, we don't get rid of it. It's just traded back and forth and it sits there. And then we got to think about market demand. And like, if nobody's buying it, well, guess what happens to the price? You guys are just going over there to Juno swap and swapping it. And then it's just sitting there building up and building up and building up. And then the demand's here because everybody's getting shaken out from the dungeon. Like, oh no, go burn it. Y'all are doing it wrong. Y'all are doing it wrong. If you guys really want to be predators, you guys really want to be making the most out of your capital, you guys need to change your mindset. You guys need to be the bad guy. You guys need to be the abuser. You guys need to be the person in this relationship between you and your capital that you are taking advantage of that asset all times for the sake of your capital, period. That's how it's done. I think this is fantastic. I don't know anything about this dungeon thing though. Like, to be honest with you, until everything gets settled, until I do the math, until I figure this out, I'm walking on coals. I'm tiptoeing and I'm trying to be, but like, I'm still interested in it. I think there's a lot of things that could be very beneficial here. But yeah, it's just like anything, right? It's just like anything. I'm sorry. I need to have that real moment with y'all. That real moment with, when it comes to Fortis economia, super beneficial. So long as it's not rug pull, right? Super beneficial. So long as Juno Network stays up. We're good. We're good, fam. We're good. What do you guys think? Sorry, Nick. Didn't mean to rant. To rant. People,
I don't get offended by your rants, man. I just get offended when people don't hit the like button.
Oh, you guys not hitting the like button? Wait a minute.
No.
Y'all not hitting the like button? I'm dropping so much alpha right now. So much critical stuff. I'm like, I'm not the best, most whatever. Like, there's people that are just killers out there. But I can tell you right now, I've done very well. And I want you guys to do very well. And it's a mindset perceptive. Like, it's all about how you perceive things in your life, even outside of these charts, these platforms, all that stuff. Winners are made in your own mind, first and foremost. It's affirmations, right? You don't have to be the best, but you damn now think that you're the best. Come on, guys. I'm dropping. I'm trying my best to help you. I'm trying to help you, but help us. Like the video, subscribe, guys. You guys want these kind of things. I mean, I can't give you guys financial advice, but I can definitely give you guys that kind of advice all day long. All day. Noah, later, man. Later, man. Right on, guys. Yeah, help us out, guys. Help us out. Help us reach more people. Help us change mindsets, perspectives of their positions and stuff like that. That's all it is, guys. All of this stuff. I just got rid of TradingView. Dang it. me bring it back up here. All of this stuff, really, and with all sincerity, all of this stuff is literally just how you perceive your position in your investments. That's all it is. Like if you perceive it on the shorter time frame, like there, I'll show you guys Rec City right here. I just went to any asset. This is Apple right now. Apple on 24-minute. This is cut you up to ribbons. Cut you up into ribbons. But if you put on the right glasses or take off the wrong glasses that you've been wearing or listening to, or earphones, whoever you've been listening to for whatever, and you actually zoom out, it's all about perspective. How are you viewing your position right now? How are you abusing your assets right now? Are you abusing it in the long term, or are you letting it abuse you in the short term with all this volatility? Like this looks like something totally different than this, don't it? This looks like a winner right here, and this looks like a loser. That's all I'm saying. We have a couple other things that I just want to really quickly just kind of put out there for you guys. NetaDAO, they're working with Passage on trying to get a date lined up for their NFT. I still want to buy me a NetaTrooper just for the sake of, I like it. I like stuff that comes out on Passage. So I will be still buying this. Guys, if I miss it, you message me if you guys get any alpha about when they're actually going to be listing their NFT on their platform. I think it's still 6 Atom, which again, right now is cheap, right? If they still stick with 6 Atom, cheaper than before. Yeah.
I was going to say, I also sent you something on Neta that they just proposed something for their DAO that I think will absolutely change everybody's thought process on Neta. It's on the Commonwealth.
Accelerator, NetaDAO. Let me read this first. I'm sorry for the does Commonwealth.
It's a little bit of alpha. I mean, it's just released. Like,
does Commonwealth have dark mode? I swear, why does everything not have dark mode? Windows, you should let us like have a thing that everything is dark mode. What is this saying? What is this saying for the sake of not holding everybody else up here? What is this saying right here? Decentralized autonomous organization, community blah 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 blah. Moves forward, building its own ecosystem with the Juno network and initiating community accelerator program using NetaDAO as a lever. How do you guys say that? Lever. For change, teams building in the ecosystem can apply NetaDAO's community accelerator program to tap into funding of their own projects. Guys, I feel good about buying. I full transparency. Earlier this morning, I bought 2 more Neta. Got to at these levels, and I'll keep buying it. I'm not done yet.
The best part is when you get to tier 0 and the gold tier and all the other stuff, and then once you read the tokenomics, what they want to change.
Ooh, well, I'll tell you what. You guys can look this up for yourself. We're going to do a separate video about this and drop it. Might not be a live stream, but we're going to look into this and make a detailed video about what's going on with Neta, guys. It's all about the darkness. I'm telling you guys got to be in the dark, ready to strike. Right when the blood is in the street, people come back injured and bleeding and stuff. They're like, "Oh, the stock markets, the crypto market took advantage of me," and they go, I'm like, "Give me your stuff," and I take it from. Look, YouTube, not promoting violence. I'm just using a metaphor there. Quit it. Put your pants back on, YouTube. I'm just being silly. Next thing we're going to talk about, guys, is just, I don't know if this is actually like a legit concern, to be honest with you guys. But I do want to put it out there because it's all about you guys. I want things to be the most beneficial for you. I don't want you guys to be taken advantage of. These people tagged us, cute girl crypto NFT. They're supposedly on Stars, but if you go to Stargaze, guys, I don't see them listed at all. So like, don't click everything, especially, if they try to abuse our name and use our name or tag our name and post their stuff and whatever, and like you guys be like, "Oh, look, their name's on it. They must be." I'm telling you, sometimes people just like to take advantage of people. I don't know if that's the case. Is this a legit project? Don't click on it. I just wanted. Do you guys know anything about this? I didn't know nothing about this. You got 37 comments on here. Look how many retweets and that many like. Is that real? You real? Like here too, like right here. This is the original one right here, right? Like you got 2,360 retweets, but only 507 likes. Sketchy stuff. But yeah, I just kind of want to warn you guys, don't be clicking, don't get cooties all over the place. Get good cooties. Don't get bad cooties. Not all cooties are created equal. Fed meeting today. It's going to take them like 5 years to put out the minutes and just tell us like, oh yeah, it's hyperinflated and we're gonna increase interest rates again. Blah 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 blah. Guys, the Fed, what a joke. What a joke. Look at the right now, right? Obviously, we went through something worse and needs to fully recover. But look at this right now. Look how the market's just already kind of baked it in and is recovering, guys. We might see Atom back up to $25 here in a little bit. We might see Luna back up into $90. We might see Bitcoin. Look, it's back up to 41. Like, whatever. You know, so what? You're not telling us anything. This is one of the things we were talking about earlier, guys. The Fed, like, the markets know that there's nothing that they can do other than really reevaluate the dollar, which they're not going to do. But you guys got to think about what's happening out there geopolitically and globally in the world. Like we got ships in Hong Kong sitting in the harbor, not shipping stuff to us. You guys know we get like just about everything basically from China, right? And we also know in Hong Kong, they're still locked up. The people are in lockdown there. So they're not working, which means they're not making stuff, which means they're not shipping stuff, which means we're not going to get stuff, which means prices are going to go up. And what are you going to do as the Fed? Drop interest rates? Make it that much more crappy? Like the markets are calling, it's like a game of chicken right now. It's like a game of chicken. That's all it is. And ultimately, what's going to either happen? They're going to have to give in to the powers of crypto, accept it for what it is, and understand that it could literally help all of this situation right now, right? And or they're going to have to reevaluate the value of the dollar, which just sucks for the dollar. You don't want to hold dollar, right? You don't even want to hold dollar right now. With even if you don't want to do that, it's a no-win situation for them. We go back into lockdowns ourselves. We get hyperinflation. Money printer goes on. You guys know the perfect storm that just recently happened again on the daily time frame. This was the perfect storm. I just got done saying yesterday that I don't think we'll ever get this kind of massive run up. I have to almost think now that maybe I was wrong about that. You know, maybe there is a possibility that we see, maybe not something as massive as this. Guys, take a look at the move up, right? Since Corona dump from the wick, because all wicks matter, to the tippy top, guys, we saw 1,671%. Like obviously as price increases, it's harder to make those percent moves upwards, right? But we saw a rally right here, 321. We saw a rally right here. Let's just not go to that stupid wick low, but let's just go to here, to the tippy top there. That's 10,000. I don't think we ever see that. This is never going to happen. But like, I just, maybe we see another rally of somewhere between like 200 to 300%. But like, guys, you know how crazy, even if we just cut it in half by thirds or even quarters or however you want to look at it, right? Like you want to know how crazy that would be for price action for Bitcoin to where we're at right now? Even if we go up to 100, let's go 150. Let's give or take. Look at that price point for Bitcoin. Can you guys see? No, yeah, you can see that. That's $101,000 with some change. Let's go up. Let's go up even further. Let's just say for the sake of it that we actually go to like a third or even like, I guess it's kind of a quarter, but let's do that and go to 250, 200, 250. Let's just cut 225, whatever. Now you're talking about 132. Then you get into like the $200,000 price point for Bitcoin. Are you fucking, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Are you freaking kidding me? Could definitely happen, but it's still not the same run up. Like that's where I was coming from yesterday, right? Still, we're not going to see this kind of run up, 1,000% move. Cause you guys know what that would mean. Just over the past year, we see 1,000% move. Look, we're not even there right now. That's 500. Hold on. I'm going to have to adjust this to get there, guys. Really adjust this to get there. If we saw another 1,000% move, and this is where I was coming from yesterday. I'm just going to spitball it. 1,000% move. Wow. We're going to fall it short. It's hard to get there. Whatever. That's 995%. Look at that price point, guys. We're almost at half a mil. That's insane. Do you guys think we're going to get half a mil Bitcoin price in this short amount of time that we saw here over the past 2 years again? No. But we might do some of those other things, especially with hyperinflation, with the revaluation of the dollar, with the acceptance of a spot Bitcoin ETF with Grayscale, BlackRock. Like, come on now. Gotta be looking at the kind of stuff, guys. That's all I got though for today, guys. You guys got any AMA or any questions or anything else you guys want to talk about? Maybe on osmosis or the, Cosmos ecosystem?
So we did get a question from Matt Anon earlier in the stream. He says, question for the AMA for Tank and Nick. Are you thinking of making any moves regarding Roan/Shift chain before the 18th changes on board?
We've been making moves, brother. We were talking about that. Like, again, I feel like I'm in a preaching mode. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to come off that way. I seriously 100% apologize wholeheartedly about that. Like, if I'm coming across preachy or like in any kind of tone like that, I don't mean to be. But I think, when people get all doom and gloomy on me, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? But yeah, we've been talking about Rowan or Sift chain for a while now. About what, like a good month ago, maybe even before that. But yeah, we've been making moves, guys. I've been trying to bring it up. As I sometimes don't want to keep bringing it up because people might think that I'm just like shilling it or whatnot. But we've been showing you guys their pools and their token structure changes that they're planning on doing and all this stuff for a while, guys. But like, you go look at this right now. They're giving a bonus right now. So you're not just getting on the Rowan USDC pool right now. You're not just getting 27.5%. You're getting 327.5% in this pool, which is insane right now, guys. So yeah, they're having a lot of different changes. As you can see right here, I don't know if you guys, you guys can see that right there. Monday on the 18th, Sift chain will be launching Sift Ascension. We're making moves to definitely benefit from that, guys. With Sift Ascension, all current LP will automatically move into this program and will introduce the unbonding period of 7 days while LM rewards continue to accrue and auto compound every block. So every 6 seconds, the old rewards program accumulated data will no longer be displayed. Still, even with the 7-day lockup, that's insane. Again, this pool
money printer.
And on top of that, guys, they have, I'll be honest, guys, like before, I didn't like the whole restricting people for Sift chain that was in the US and stuff. I was like, how are you calling yourself an AMM or a DEX and stuff like that when you literally are giving into like restricting people and stuff like that. But like, obviously there's ways to get into it now. You can go to Forbol and get into it like I'm into it right now. Anyway, whatever. Like you got, like sometimes your opinions change about things, right? Especially when it's for the good, when things start looking bullish again. But they have, on top of that, one of the most tested and used for a while now bridges to ETH. Obviously, right, you can see some of their things here, like, USDC, ETH, and all this other stuff here, 1 inch, blah, 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 blah. That's been, when people say, how do you get to, if you got ETH stuff and how would you recommend people get to the Cosmos ecosystem? Like, it's really easy. You just go to Sift, use the Peggy bridge. It's super easy. It's super, super easy too. So like, not only do they have that structure, but they're also working on getting and enticing more developers over the next year to come in and, and work on their protocol, work on their platform, bring more new useful things. I think honestly, Sift chain, guys, don't sleep on, again, said it for like a month now. Don't sleep on Sift chain. Ooh. So much stuff happening over there, guys. Meow. But yeah, Matt, for sure. I'm glad you're looking at it. Anything else?
Yeah, we got a question from Robin R. What do you think of the upcoming airdrops, Crescent/Abmo/ etc.? I know as Juno, or however you say, is supposed to come out soon.
The card game is Zuna's the card game. I'm actually we talked about that before. Isuna, hold on one second. I've been meaning to take a sip of this for forever. Coffee is so good. So let's talk about Isuna first, right? Let's go ahead and look at Isuna. Isuna, we talked about this a few times. It's a card game. If anything with NFTs and use cases and stuff like that, like I could easily see a card game like this, and especially the way that it's developed, kind of like, want to compare it when I think about it, like the potential, not saying that's going to happen, but like I think of like NFT use case potential adoption, price appreciation, looking very similar to like Strange Clan. Like I'm just going to put it out there. Strange Clan launched you could buy it at a Dutch auction. I can't say that together. I think it was like 15 or 16 starting at the top, and then it reduces over time. Like some people got it for 6 or 7 Atom, and now like the floor is like 70 or something. Like I haven't checked for a while, but like you talk about like making a gain on an NFT and it's stuck there for a long time because it has real use case. Things like this kind of card game where you actually can see it being like, I don't want to say like, again, like Axie Infinity, but like something that's fun and card games, trading platforms, trading cards and stuff like that. It's a time tested thing. It's like one of the most adopted and battle tested, markets that we've seen even before crypto, like trading cards, baseball cards, Pokemon's got Garbage Pail Kids and all this other stuff. Like easily could see that being adopted. You just think of like even stuff that are similar to Isuna, right? Like it's been in the regular markets for gamers and stuff like that. But like Magic the Gathering, the card game there, you could think about like what Blizzard did with what was it again? Hearthstone. Like you could think of like stuff like that. Like, okay, now you're saying like people could play these cool games or something similar to that while earning. Like I could easily see Isuna doing really, really well. Again, all about dropping, all about how it's received, all it's about how implementation is applied when it does go live. So again, things always should be expected to have bugs when they first drop, kind of like the dungeon we were talking about. You should expect there to be bugs in anything that first drops. But I do think Isuna has a really good chance to be something. Only time will tell though. So I'm not counting that out. I'm actively watching and seeing how this actually unfolds for Isuna. Going into Evmos, I have my opinions, whether they should have restarted the chain, whether they should have done this, whether they should have done that. It is what it is. Like they've obviously, they're just moving forward. Evmos, I'm not spelling that right. They're just moving forward. Yes, there was a couple of people that were able to take advantage of like originally, those high reward rates. I don't think there was very many of them. I think you could count them on one hand. But that it is what it is. I'm bullish on Evmos. And the possibilities just because of the team, just because of what it's aiming to do, just because of the partnerships and acceptance that it already has and the social sentiment that it has within the community. As an investor, I look for multiple different things, right? Like first and foremost, I look at the tokenomics. I look at the token structure as far as the inflation rate goes, the rewards, the annualized returns and stuff like that. Like what benefits do I get from those kind of things? If those things look bullish, then I go on to other things like social sentiment, how people are responding to it. Like I just said, vast majority of people in the Cosmos space and even in the Ethereum space are, kind of bullish on it. So that's a good thing. The acceptance level is pretty high there. And then we're talking about the acceptance level of the developers, the people that are working on it. Are they battle tested? Are they time tested? Have they been around? Can we see their fruits of their labor from other projects? And you can, obviously, with the team from Evmos. Again, there's been some things that I've agreed to disagree about or just kept my mouth shut about because like I said earlier, even with Isuna, like you can expect new things to drop to have issues. Like it's just, that's the thing we always got to accept. Nothing's perfect. When you write code, nothing is perfect. I think we were talking to Constellation yesterday with saying like he said it best, like you can't write code and make it meet everybody's desires. It's just not, it's impossible. Because ultimately you're talking about people investing with their own money, which when you talk about people's connection with their capital or their money, that's an emotional connection. No matter how much they want to deny that or whatnot, people are emotional when they see $1 on the ground. That's why you'll pick up $1 on the ground. When you see $5 on the ground, that's emotional connection with that perceived amount of value that you see on the ground. That's why you will go pick it up. Like I don't know many people that will just walk past $10, $5. Maybe a quarter, maybe a nickel, maybe a penny, but those people don't actually realize the real value of money, in my opinion. I pick up everything. I look like those penny pincher persons that like, pick up, what's that? Something shiny, piece of candy, pick it up. But, and again, not going off topic too much, but like Evmos, I'm still bullish on. Glad to see it working. I'm keeping an eye on that. I probably will. I don't know if I'm going to invest like a lot a lot more of extra capital into it, but I definitely will be buying a bag of Evmos. Maybe not the initial first day, but after like a week or steadily through that week, maybe DCAing through that first initial week. Yeah. And then what was the other one we were talking about? Sorry, excuse me, I forgot. It was
Crescent.
Crescent. I'm actually hopeful for Crescent as well, guys. Crescent, I think I showed you guys on my live on stream how much I was going to get. People sometimes say like, how do I say it? Sometimes people complain about having too much of certain things in the markets. I'm always been a welcomer of competition. So I think that competition and things of that nature breed true market value. I think it shows true placement in the market amongst other competitors or other similar protocols and projects. So I don't think too much of things in that nature or in that aspect is a bad thing. You know, in everything in moderation, right? But like when you're thinking about as an investor hat or like, you know, things that are technology based and could possibly change the world, I believe in capitalism. I believe in the free market. I believe in taking ideas to market and letting them compete for a fair market price. I think Crescent actually has a very good fit and very good place or future in this market. Again, if they can capitalize on product placement when it launches and having very few bumps in that process while they're trying to implement, things when they go live. So again, that's with everything, right? It doesn't matter how bullish you are or, you know, what they're trying to accomplish. If it fails, kind of like Evmos, right? Not to go back and throw shade at Evmos, but like if it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. If they can launch, if they can get acceptance, I think regardless of their flaws or disagreements that people might have, like they might actually see some really good adoption. So I have a good allocation already coming from my previous allocations being staked. I probably will DCA kind of like when I feel the way that I feel about Evmos and Crescent. Usually what I do, not financial advice for just me telling you guys what I do, is I'll be patient. Like I'm always patient with everything, right? Like I don't mind missing a couple percentages and protecting myself in that way, but I'll probably through the first week and a half or whatnot, take a certain percent of my capital that I'll allocate towards accruing more of whatever asset, Evmos or Crescent, and just slowly DCA within that first week and a half. Because again, like one of the things that I'll show you right now, and it's a great example. Like when you look at, and again, I'm not throwing shade on Umi, but they're a great example of things like this, right? But like when you have initial launches and stuff like that, especially when there's been seed sale or private sales and early allocations and stuff like that, like you'll see these massive sell-offs, right? Like they sell off into the retail and it comes down and then it finds finally a flooring position. Maybe Umi was not the best one based on this chart right here, but if you go, let's take a look right here on the tokens. What was a good one? What was a really good one? Maybe CMDX, or there was a couple of them. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Guys. Oh, shoot. Am I finding it?
When you do have a second, you should probably go over to the Juno governments.
Oh, cool. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Yeah, I'll go ahead and into it. But yeah, so this is a beautiful representation of what I'm talking about, right? Like for CMDX, so like they release their protocols and then early private sell investors, early allocations that get however they come about them will sell into the retail, and then the market tries to find an actual true market value for that asset. Obviously, like big hype for CMDX, kind of not the case, but like big hype, speculation run, stuff like that, kind of like stars and stuff like that. But now it's coming down here. Now we're actually starting to see the true market valuation based on the market sentiment for this asset, which is CMDX. Like $1 is basically what right now that I'm seeing for CMDX is being the reflection of what they think the true market evaluation for that asset actually is. So sometimes it takes a little while, and that's why I stress always be patient. Like, like a week from here, you would have seen or would have got me, a good, but if I'm actively taking profits and being a strategist and a student to my own disciplines, like I would have been free and clear well before it came back down here again. So that's kind of how I'm playing Evmos, Crescent, things of that nature. But yeah, again, none of that financial advice. That's just how I kind of look at things. And I'm ever fluid with those thought processes as well. And with my opinions about things, things change. Protocols change. They're living, breathing things. And so is the market. So you can't get stuck in your narrative or your biasism. Sometimes you really need to change you need to be willing to open up your mind each and every day when you're looking at your portfolio. You need to like say, okay, what the hell happened here? What's happening here? And really not just get like, oh, I'm a lifer, I'm a hodler 100%. Like, hey, if things change for the worse, maybe you need to reevaluate your position and your risk management and stuff like that, especially if you're still trying to actively take profits. If you're free and clear, that's a total different thing. You could ride, it's whatever. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Juno, what we were talking about.
I can't believe someone put that prop up, by the way.
What? Oh, laggy lag. Harmony proposal to end FUD. What? This is a signaling proposal offering a compromise to the problems presented in Juno Proposal 4 and Juno Proposal 16. CCN clients have agreed in advance by majority to support this compromise. By voting yes, the Juno stakers voice their support to wow, we got a lot of people actually saying yes right now too. Wait, where was I? By voting yes to support to split all Juno, including staking rewards, in the addresses equally between the community. Holy, and the CCN. So everything they have is going to go to every address equally. The funds will be allocated as follows. Holy crap! Look, this is the. Hold on.
I can't believe they even put that up. I'm gonna be 100%. Whoever did this. Oh man.
Okay, let me go on. The funds will be allocated as follows. The community portion of Juno allocated to a smart contract governed by the community. Distribution will be determined through I'm going to skip over that because I already know I can't say that word today. Subsequent, there you go, governance proposals. The CCN client portion of the Juno will be distributed by CCN. Nope, you lost me there, bud. You lost me right there. Whoever tried to do that, in all fairness, you lost me right there. I try to stay open-minded about everything, but you lost me when it says the CCN client portion of Juno will be distributed by CCN to CCN clients' addresses at a rate of 5% per month over 20 months. Bro, we can't trust you for anything because everything you've said to us has been shown. Maybe I can't, like, if we were in a court of law, I'm trying to pick my words correctly, right? But if we were in a court of law, show me that, like, I would like to see, okay, if this is the case, if I was a judge, I would be like, okay, show me your list of signatures and full names of all of your CCN clients that have signed off to this. Because we can't trust you, right? There's a saying in this game, don't trust, verify. If this is the case, show us with all of your client accounts, everybody that's allocated to you, their individual names, because you're going to have to dox them, right? And or individual addresses per atom and what they should be getting, and their signatures behind every single one of them. If you can't produce that, I still don't believe you. I also don't believe you because you've been saying time and time again, I don't know if it's you or not, or whoever put this up. I also don't believe it because they've been saying time and time again that they want to give back to their clients. Well, bro, you didn't even give your clients back. You didn't even give your clients the Juno that they were rightfully owed when the airdrop happened. That's not yours. That is not your airdrop. You, by the definition of what you say you are, you're a manager of a combined group of assets where if each, like, look, if I went to my traditional manager and I have a traditional funds manager as well, for multiple different things, and if I was to find out that per my hard-earned money that they were using that to benefit, they got a benefit and they were using it withholding it from me, I would sue them to freaking death. I would take them to court. As a matter of fact, they would probably all get locked up. You never gave those people any of those Junos. Matter of fact, you took profits over and over and over and over and over, never even gave those profits to those people because you can't produce that bit of evidence either. And then throughout all this drama, you've kept saying that I just want to make sure I give it back to them. I want to give them back their Juno. A little too late, huh? Also, where was all that when you were reaping all the rewards for it? Also, show me, don't just say, show me proof of it. Like, no, it's hard to believe you. It's hard. So like you lost me for that matter. Like I abstained initially on because I'm on YouTube. I don't want people to be influenced by what I did but the community has voted by majority, and that is what should be stuck. Like that's what it was. The signaling proposal already signaled what they want to do with you. So I can clearly, without any kind of worry in my mind, at least, now voice my opinion because it's not mine. It's the community's. That's the only reason why I abstain. I had mine, but I'm not I don't want people to be influenced by my choices. They've spoken. Now I can speak on top of that. I will clearly say it's hard for anybody, including me, to believe that that's the actual case. So you lost me on there. This compromise ensures the sanctity of funds in the Juno blockchain wallets is not violated as allocated. It's already been violated, in my humble opinion. This agreed by all parties, including the original fund holders, signals to the future large Juno holders that their funds will be honored and safe. Ensures that the Juno community will gain governance power equal to that distributed to CCN clients. Burn it already. I'm just at the point now, guys. Look, everybody, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. I'm going to keep it simple. I know there's a little bit delay. If you guys are of the mind of burning it, please put a 1 in chat. I just want to see. I want to see. Actually, can we do this right here? Here, we'll do this right here. I'm going to do a poll. Burn it or no? I'm not going to, it's on. I'm just going to add it right here. I'm not going to put any more details. It's on asking my community now. I just put it up there. You guys can vote for it. It's up right now. Burn it or not. Vote for it, guys. Let these people know. I mean, honestly, forget the back and forth and stuff like that, guys. Let people know by being in the streams, like verbally, what you guys feel like. Do you guys want to compromise or burn it? Like, look, I'm going to. I have a hard time know what the veto, because I don't know who this person is, but I want to know what the veto for this.
I already did.
I really do want to know a veto with this. This is ridiculous. And I'm sick and tired of these new signaling proposals. We've had it happen already. Now it's time to implement what we've already said. That's just my opinion. I'll let the community decide. And now I'm just enforcing. I'm sticking true to governance. I'm enforcing what the community has majority vote for with Prop 16. Let's just end this. All right. I don't care. Let it go back down. I don't care. The community has spoken. The community has spoken.
Got to go vote on all your other wallets too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will. Just for the sake, though, I'm going to keep it right here. You guys don't need to know how much I have. I mean, I try not to. It's not a flex like that or nothing like that. I've slipped up a few times, and maybe some people can have seen the amounts that I have and stuff like that. But that's crazy. That is crazy. Breaking stuff, huh? Alpha.
I literally can't believe that they would even put up something like this. It literally just blows my mind.
That's this. It's insulting already. It's insulting already. How much we've been patient. The true believers, the people, of the community, and to drag, I understand. I will say this for Core 1, Core 2, all the devs, everybody else involved, especially with what we just went through, technology takes time, right? This is unprecedented. Like this whole thing that we're dealing with now, having the community being able to execute smart contract, itchy ear, sorry. It's breaking. It's technology breaking. It's history breaking. It's everything. You guys are all part of history right now. Every vote that you take, every action that you take in the Juno network, regardless of the outcome, you will be able to say that you took part of one of the most important things, in my humble opinion, in a long time, in blockchain technology. Not just the Juno network, not just the Cosmos ecosystem, but for proof of stake networks, which we all know it's going that way, right? It's basically, we're already here. Proof of work, proof of stake, we're evolved. But this, guys, has not happened anywhere else. And now you guys are partaking in history-making decisions. So for whatever that is, thank you to my brothers and sisters to the left of me, to the right of me, to the front of me, and to the back of me. You guys are really making a difference. Make your voices heard. I will say, with the recent actions from CCN, let's be honest. You're trying to buy favor with the recent giveaways. I know, whatever. You guys took it. You guys put out your address out there. You guys did what you guys did. Different strokes, different folks. You do you, boo. But let's be honest for what it is. They were trying to buy people's sentiment. And now you can clearly see that they thought that they bought enough by putting out. I'm just assuming that's them, or somebody who is...
Proxy. Maybe a proxy for them.
Yeah, or somebody working in proxy, somebody who's a sympathizer of them, somebody, right? I can only assume that they're working through this person. But all I gotta say is, I hope you guys aren't getting bought. I hope you guys aren't diluting the essence of what's been happening for the small turn gain of your gain, right? Again, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. Juno has a bright future ahead of it. I haven't sold a single thing. 100% have not sold a single thing. I've seen, very honestly, guys, and you guys might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm a long-term investor. I've already realized my profits. I've already realized profits and my initial capital, and then some in profits. I've literally seen hundreds of thousands of dollars, above $100,000, come and go on unrealized gains through this BS. I haven't sold a single one of them because I honestly, truly believe that Juno has a bright future. That's just me, not financial advice. Don't get bought. Your convictions and your principles are what makes you. Your emotions are understandable. They fluctuate, right? But you have to have conviction. You have to stand for something, or you stand for nothing. So if you stand for anything, stand for, I don't want to sway you guys, but stand by your convictions. Stand by your initial thoughts. If you think that's a rotten egg, if it looks, smells, and tastes like a rotten egg, guess what? It is. If that's your initial response, usually your first response is the correct one. So I'm just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, anything else? No, it's them. It was on his Twitter. Cool. Okay. That's easier to know then. Definitely know what to veto. I'm going to go back on all of my other accounts and know what to veto it. You guys do you though. Don't do what I'm doing just because the sake I'm doing it. But
so Chris mentioned, he says, voting on all your wallets, isn't that a bit hypocritical? I mean, we got company wallets, we got individual wallets, study wallets.
Okay. So let me see if no, it's not. Because the reason why I have the one that I just showed with you right now is this. If you added up all of this is for the sake of the 10K challenge, which we're doing right here for the community, which the community gets a benefit of it if we can stay above 10,000 or more, hopefully, right? So no, I didn't try to game anything or anything like that. I just literally did this to keep track of this and separate that. But we also have, if you guys don't know, this is an LLC. Like IBC Gang LLC is a legit registered LLC. We own the trademark for IBC Gang. It is what it is. We don't ask you guys for anything. We don't shield anything to you guys. We don't ask you guys we don't sell a product or anything like that. We basically are doing this for your guys' benefit at all times. In fact, we've given away thousands of dollars of our own money just for the sake of grabbing your guys' attentions and hopefully having you guys benefit from the things that we've, shown you guys. So we have that wallet as well. And then I have my son's wallet that I also put in from my rewards. I put towards my son's wallet. So no, it's not like a malicious thing at all. I have 4 wallets that I manage. So no, not hypocritical at all. At least not. You guys judge me? I'm totally transparent with you guys. I told you guys I'll always be transparent. Won't get bought out. Won't take allocations from a project just to shill them. Will never tell you guys something I'm not doing. Like, it is what it is. Anything else though?
I think we're good to go. I think we can wrap it up here.
Bada bing, bada boom, guys. I appreciate you guys 1,000%. I really do hope that these streams are beneficial to you guys. I sincerely hope that is beneficial, guys. We are looking to grow. If you guys like these streams, if it's beneficial in any kind of way, do us a huge favor. Like the video before you guys leave. Subscribe. Let everybody else know, especially if you guys aren't following us on Twitter as well. Retweet our tweets. Let people know when we go live. We're just trying to get people in the same situations, in the same positions that we are in, so that you guys can benefit from, your investments. So hopefully, again, not that it's financial advice. We're just sharing with you guys what we've done in our mindsets with things. But hopefully you guys find it beneficial. Hopefully you guys enjoy these streams. With that being said, enjoy your Wednesday. Now that I know it's Wednesday, go out there. Enjoy it, guys. It's not all about the charts. Get some sunshine. Get out of here, you filthy animals. Peace. Peace. Beat it.